All right, your lesson essential question today is how can I show and tell time to the nearest minute using analog and digital clocks? So today you're going to be showing time and telling time to the nearest minute using two different types of clocks. We have analog clocks. This is an analog clock. You've probably seen one in your classrooms in the past. You might see a watch that is an analog clock. You might have a clock hanging on your wall. Maybe you have a grandfather clock. And we'll also be using digital clocks. This is a digital clock, and this is probably what you're most used to. You might see that on your oven, on your microwave, on your cable box, on your cell phone, your iPads, things like that. Now, when you were in second grade, you learned how to tell time to the nearest 5 minute. Today, we're going to be talking about telling time to the nearest minute. So I've got this problem. The clock shows the time a train from Memphis is scheduled to arrive at Central Station. What time is the train scheduled to arrive? Write the time in digital form and in two other ways. So this question is asking us first what time the train is scheduled to arrive. So we need to look at the clock and figure out what time. And then we also have to write it in two other ways. So you're probably wondering, how do I write time in more than one way? And we'll talk about that. So let's take a look at this clock. Now again, in second grade, you learned how to tell time to the nearest 5 minutes. So your minute hand was always directly on one of these numbers, and you knew to count by fives. We're going to take it a step further this year, and we're going to be using these extra marks. These are the minute marks. So if you remember, the small hand tells us what hour it is. Now, I see that the hour hand is between the 1 and the 2. So if it's not yet to the 2, then I know automatically I'm still in the 1 o'clock hour. Now, the long hand is the minute hand. So in the past, you've been able to count by fives to figure out the minutes. We're still going to do that, except when we get here, we're going to have to add ones. So I like to think of this kind of like a number line. When you jump on a number line, so we're going to jump by fives, and then we'll jump by ones. So let's figure out the minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Now I'm going to stop at 40 because I know we're not yet to 45. So now we're counting by ones. So we're pointing to that one right there. So 40, 41, 42. So the time is 1:42. Two other ways we could write that. Now, I see that it's 1:42. So 42 minutes have passed since it was 1 o'clock. So we could say the time is 42 minutes after 1 o'clock. I also see that I have 18 minutes until it becomes 2 o'clock. So I could also say 18 minutes before 2 o'clock. So those are the three ways that I could write this time.